I broke it. Maybe. Maybe I didn't. Wow. That one poked me. Morning. So today I'm just going to do some quick maintenance type things. Like I have a few things I need to pull out from the garden. I just don't want them to grow anymore. There are weeds. I've got a bow thistle. I've got a Norway maple tree, which is invasive in this area and it's kind of growing quite tall in my garden next to a rose. I'm going to try to get those done quickly today, and a few other just, weeding in the garden, pulling out things that don't belong there, thinning out a bit. Because it's going to be a really hot day today and I just want to get to it before, it starts getting too hot. So I'm going to get started. Here is the bow thistle that's growing in the middle of my garden right next to my stargazer lilies and these purple hardy geranium, and then the liatris in the background there. I was not aware that, it just grew here. I didn't plant it or anything. And then when it started growing, I saw it and thought, oh, I've got to pull that out, and completely forgot, got caught up in doing other things. And then I went to my local garden center and I bought some vegetables and things like that to plant in my garden out back. And I put them here just so they can get, some shade. And when I water my regular garden, they'd be watered until I can actually get to planting them. And I saw this giant thing. So I've got to dig it out. Now, what I've read is that it has a really long taproot. And I guess there is something actually called a thistle digger, but I don't have that. So I'm going to use this tool, which is my handy dandelion digger. It's got this little, fork looking thing on the end, but it goes down pretty deep and it works well for removing dandelions. So I'm going to try this for today. I'm also wearing my extra long rose garden leather gloves. These gauntlet type of gloves are wonderful. They should protect from the spines that are on this thing, the thorns, which is why it's a thistle. It's very sharp. There are needles on the edge of this, which isn't poking me, which is great. So I'm hoping that's good. All right, so I'm just going to get to this. The sun's already making its way over here on this side. See if I can reach something that feels like a taproot in there without hitting my bulbs on the other side. Ooh, it's a lot of thorns. Oh, I feel something there. I can't believe I let it get this big. It's pretty bad. I'm going to work my way over to the side. Look at those things, oh my. And I guess what happens is it sends a flower that has, ow, it did poke through. That has, it sends like hundreds of seeds. A little bit of movement. There we go. I'm hitting something down there. This is not good. I should have removed it before. I don't even feel where it's going down. There it is. Try to follow it down. Because what I also don't want is for the root to stay and then have it grow again next year. If I can. If I absolutely can't, then I'll just have to keep an eye on it and remember to try to dig it out. So, I'm going to go from this angle. Sorry about being in front of the camera. Ooh, sorry there, little Leatrice flower. My bad. Such an inconvenient spot. Guess that's why they do that, though, right? Try to grow where people. Oh, there we go. Might be difficult. Ah, there we go. There's some movement. That's a bulb. Part of it. Oh. I'll break my dandelion digger. Now, feels as if the root is almost growing sideways. Sorry, cilantro. Move you over. So I'm sure there's an easy way to do this, or easier than what I'm doing. You know, it is what I'm doing. It's in there good. It's bent. Ooh, I broke it. Maybe I didn't. Wow, that one poked me. There's a hole in my glove. And I see the little thorn. I'm going to pull that baby out. Oops. Didn't pay very good attention, did I? For the most part, though, other than the hole in the glove, it worked great. Alright, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. And there we have it. Now, I don't really want to touch the spines quite as much, but can you see those thorns that are on the edge there? They're everywhere. They're in the middle of the plant. I got some baby bulbs, probably from my stargazer lilies here. So I'm just going to put those back. Cover it up. Now here's how I'm going to look at that taproot. Quite long. And this is the part that broke. Hopefully that doesn't turn into anything next year, but I'll keep an eye on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a bag, like a brown paper bag or a couple of them, so that, and then in a plastic bag, and then throw it in the trash, so that when my husband is doing the trash, he's not going to poke himself on all these things. So I'm going to toss that right into our gravel driveway, let it dry out. Bye-bye. So I'm just going to bag this bowl thistle up now. It looks pretty dry. It's been in the sun for a few hours. I just got some regular flyers here. And it's very windy. per usual in my neck of the woods. Again, want to make sure my husband does not trick himself on these when he's doing the trash. Oh, come on. Do not have that blow away. So we're going to put it in this brown bag. Roll it up. Put it in a plastic bag. Throw it in the trash. Bull thistle, all done and gone from my garden. Yay. So while we're at it, and I'm digging things out that I don't want anymore in the garden that are invasive, I'm going to pull out this Oriental Bittersweet. Granted, I planted it there because I saw it vining on a tree in our backyard, and it sends these beautiful orange berries, and I thought it looked beautiful. I found out, though, that it's invasive, and now when I look at my black walnut tree in the back, it's pretty high up on it. So this fall, I'm going to try to cut it, dig up its root, and just get it off that tree so it doesn't kill the tree. It's a beautiful, humongous black walnut tree. But here now, I'm going to get rid of this because from one little piece, it grew into this giant thing that's vining up here. It's way over there. It was vining up on the top of the, I had a pot, this pot was up here and it was vining all around it. So I'm just going to get rid of it before it gets out of control. I'm also going to bag this one up and put it in the trash. I'm not going to compost this. And hopefully it comes out easily. This garden desperately needs to be weeded. Like, badly. One day I'll get to that. One day. There's a lot of mushrooms on this tree, though. The dead tree trunk. Ew. Not sure I can get this out. It's sort of growing out of the tree. The trunk itself. Old tree. I'm gonna get my long, handy dandy dandelion digger and see if that'll get in deep enough to sort of uproot it. It might. No. Kinda in there good. Feels like I'm breaking my dandelion digger. Maybe. There's some progress. Oh. Can you see that? Wow. A lot of roots. And it just keeps coming. What I'm dealing with, the roots are orange in color. Look at how matted it is there. It's a little crazy. So, gotta keep pulling and yanking and see if it comes up. And it looks like I do have, well, that's a dandelion and that's a liatris growing in front of it. I don't know that I necessarily want those to be pulled up. Whoop. Well, broke that piece off. There's still more roots in there. Telltale orange color. Anywhere you throw this, if you put this in the compost, in your compost or anywhere, it'll grow by root, it'll grow by piece, it'll just send roots right from any leaves or branches or whatever that are there. I'm going to pull out what I can here. dirt. Kind of stripping it now of that orange color. Oh. And now I think I just have to deal with the consequence of having planted this here. Now, because the roots have spread, they're all up in here. So this might be a battle I'm fighting for a long time, as I believe it regrows pretty easily. Taking all of this out just to be on the safe side. Oh. It's in there really, really, really good. Nope. Oops. So when I first created this garden, it was beautiful. And I planted it around this tree stump. This was a beech tree. And I bought some soil to create almost like a raised bed. And it looked great at first, but then it didn't do as well as I hoped. So I'm going to spend a little more time on it this year. Try to get it back up. Try to plant plants that are very hardy in this area, but not invasive, like this particular one. Just hardy. Okay, looks like we're good. I see one little piece here. Hopefully I got it all. As I am weeding and going through, I'm sure I will find more roots, and as I find them, I will indeed pull them up and not leave them to spread. Okay, that's that. You see, got a piece of a leaf here. If I leave that, that's gonna root and start growing. All done. Now it's about time for me to go pick the girls up from school. They are still in school. We'll be finished soon. So next up is this Norway maple that's sitting in the back of my rose bush here. Let me just pull you back a bit so you can see it. You've seen me working over on this garden before. Look at all the beautiful yellow evening primrose. It's the garden variety. I think it's called Sundrops or something. Now, over here at this knockout rose I pruned a few weeks ago, and look at all the beautiful flowers after our hard frost. There is this guy way back here. I can move the native one. That guy. He's growing quite tall, and I need to remove him. Now, the way you can tell it's a Norway maple is if you look at the leaf itself, you'll see that there are 7 veins, or I'm not sure what that's called. Sorry, the sun here is at my back per usual. 1, if you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Usually a sugar maple would have only 5 of these veins, not 2 extra on the bottom. Another way to tell is if you break the stem off. Would help if I could break it. Okay, I'm gonna put this down for a minute. Oh, you can already see some sap there. You break this off, you can actually see some sap coming out of where it was broken. That's how you know it's a Norway maple. Sugar maples don't do that. I don't believe red maples do that either. I'm going to break another one. Nope, not breaking it. Doesn't want to come off. Resilient. There we go. This one, you can actually see it on the leaf. Amongst all the green. See how it looks almost whitish? And there you can see some more white. All right, it's kind of crowded in here. I'm going to pull that out. I'm also going to pull out some of this, the biennial taller evening primrose that are around. I had transplanted some to a garden I, started up new, but I'm not sure if I'm going to transplant these. It doesn't transplant well. I learned after that one try or endeavor. And so this time I'm going to use a shovel, not the little hand shovel, but a big one, because I imagine the roots go down quite deep. Make my way around these flowers without damaging them. First I'm going to remove this one to get to the maple. Oh, I'm sorry. And I have my rose bush right there, so here I go. This one shouldn't have too bad roots, too deep I should say. There we go. We'll move the big guy first. Quite tall. And now you can actually see the Norway maple so much better. There it is. Getting quite big. I'd say that's about 3.5, maybe 4 feet. It's going right up against the foundation here of our porch. Ooh, feels like its roots go out there. Now, I also read a tree's roots will go as far as its canopy, which means how far out its leaves go. So when transplanting, you want to dig a fairly decent size hole if you're transplanting a little sapling like this, as far as the leaves go out around it. That's what I do anyway. I have transplanted an elm tree, some tulip poplars, a couple maples. Those went into the backyard. This guy's not budging. Oh, there he is. Don't mind me while I tell you he's not budging. Ha! I think I broke it. But that may be okay. There he goes. Alright. Okay. And it went pretty far, and it's still going. Flew into my face. It's great. There you have it. Norway maple. Look at those long roots spreading to the front where the rose bush was. Definitely don't want it clogging that up. So that's gone now. I see another little baby one back there, so I'm going to pull that out too by hand. And I see a dandelion. As much as I may like dandelions because they're all around good for you, the roots are edible, the leaves, the flowers, everything, still gonna pull it out. Here we go. That was easy enough. Nice baby one. And let's make sure that isn't a maple. I mean a Norway maple. It is. Okay, next up, while I'm here cleaning up the area around the rose, I'm going to pull out some more of the yellow primrose on the other side. There's no easy way to get to it, because as you can see, it is very crowded in front and all around. I'm just going to dig it up. Excuse me. There's a lot of pollen in the air today. I can feel it in my breathing. Try to be aware of that stuff, so I'm not going to stay out here too long. And it looks like I need to refill my bird feeder with some bird seed. Okay, Rock, get out of the way. And if you look, you'll see there's something else. Is there? Nope, it's all the same. There's that root. I did break it. So there's still more of it down there. It may grow back again next year, which would be okay. But I'm going to toss this over here. And there's a piece of the root. And there are a lot of creatures, bugs crawling around down there. And so now I'm going to pull out the ones in the back. Upside down. But look, none of the roots are broken. I got it all. So, nice and clear rosebush. You can see the back completely now. Looks nice. I think what may happen is I may remove this one too, which is that biennial evening primrose. And then what you should be able to see is garden variety yellow sundrop evening primrose back there. This is Asclepia tuberosa, which is butterfly milkweed. The rose, then we'll have some coneflowers in the front. I may just transplant some of these to a different area so that it's not overgrown. And that's what I'm going to do for today. Well, probably not transplanting the coneflower. Nice and easy. Now that it's all gone, I'm going to show you guys all the little baby plants I have in here. This is the butterfly milkweed, and look at all these other ones growing up. Growing in the middle. This here is a coneflower, 2 of them. Not planted here, they already have flowers on them, or buds I should say, but growing from down there. So those could be transplanted somewhere else. There's another butterfly weed, the other coneflower that grew from seed. Some more little baby butterfly weed in there and coneflower. It's kind of taken over. If we go around front, this is the one that I actually planted. This here is a white mulberry, I think. Not sure I want that there, so I may just pull that out, plant it somewhere else. There are some other coneflower. I have a whole row of them that just, ooh, there's a butterfly or a moth. Sort of grew on its own. Can't really focus. And away he goes. More butterfly weed. And here, these ones also grew on their own. So I do need to do a lot of weeding. There's a dandelion giant. Here are some geraniums and some other type of weed growing on the bottom there. They're like native geraniums, but they also kind of, once you let them go, they go crazy. They take over. So if it's not too hot, I'm going to do some of that now. But that's it for today. Can you hear them buzzing? It's what I'm surrounded by. They're on so many different flowers.